Hello everyone, I'm NC. Welcome to my channel Sketch Portraits by NC. In today's video, I'll be drawing a portrait using the Loomis method, starting from the front view. This is a great way to understand facial structure and practice proportions. We'll start with a simple circle. Next, draw a center line to define the orientation of the face. Then add two ovals on each side. These represent the sides of the skull. Now, divide the head vertically to find the eye line. It's halfway between the top of the skull and the chin. Draw a horizontal line for the eyebrows, then mark the hairline above. From the hairline to the chin, divide the space into 3 equal parts. The bottom of the nose is in the top third, and the chin is at the bottom. Use 2 diagonal lines from the edge of the oval to the chin to define the jaw. Add the jaw angles and outline the neck. Now let's move on to the facial features, starting with the nose. The bottom of the nose is in the bottom third of the face. Use shading or structural lines to suggest the wings and tip of the nose. From the center line, draw 2 slightly curved lines down to define the bridge of the nose. At this stage, focus more on alignment and angles than on overall detail. Next, we'll draw the eyebrows. They'll sit just above the eye line, in line with the brow line on the skull. Start with the inner corners and gradually move outward. Make sure the shape and tilt reflect the character's expression. Soft curves for a relaxed look or sharper angles for a serious look. Check for symmetry by comparing each side to the center line. Now let's add the eyes. The eyes should be about the width of the eye apart. This is the golden rule of proportion. Mark the inner and outer corners first, then shape the upper and lower eyelids. Draw the iris touching both the upper and lower eyelids for a natural look. Leave a little highlight in the pupil to make the eyes look more alive. You can lightly shade the eyeballs to create thickness and depth. Now let's move on to the mouth. The middle of the mouth is usually about 1/3 of the way from the nose to the chin. Start by marking the corners. They usually line up with the middle of the eye. Sketch the upper lip into an elongated M shape and the lower lip into a fuller curve. Remember the center line to maintain symmetry and use soft lines to show the thickness of the lips. Remember, the lips wrap around the skull, so make them feel three-dimensional. Let's define the cheekbones and give them shape by shading them in. Now it's time to sketch in facial hair, if your character has facial hair. In this case, we'll draw both the beard and the mustache. Start with the mustache above the upper lip, following its curve. Then sketch out the beard outline, starting at the sideburns and moving down to the jaw and chin. Use short, directional strokes to suggest volume and thickness, and vary the pressure to create texture. Add the ears. They sit between the brow line and the base of the nose. Use the side oval from the Loomis structure as a guide. The ears are complex structures, so start simple. Sketch out the outer curve, then block in the inner folds like spirals and anti-spirals. Keep the details soft. We'll refine them later. Finally, draw the hair. Start with the general shape and direction of the hair mass. Follow the outline of the skull and the flow of the hairstyle, from the roots to the tips. Use long strokes to create general flow and short strokes to create texture. Focus on light and shadow rather than drawing individual hairs. Hair often defines a character's personality, so take the time to capture the feel of it. Now that all the facial features are defined, we'll refine the details. This stage requires patience and subtlety. Step back often to assess balance. This is your first frontal portrait using the Loomis method. At this stage, don't worry too much about achieving the perfect portrait. Instead, focus on mastering basic structure and proportions. Practice regularly and your portraits will naturally become more precise and expressive over time. Don't forget to subscribe for more Loom portrait tutorials.